I'm Vaishali Varimbe. Namaskar. I'm a yoga teacher and evaluator. That is the level 3 certification awarded by Ministry of Ayush, Government of India. I'm also doing MSc in yoga therapy. So I'm not just a yoga teacher. I have specialized in the field of therapy. I was actually working in Bank of Maharashtra for the last 33 years, 34 years. I retired as a chief manager and I took this path of yoga. I took VRS and then I started doing this yoga. For the last 7 years, I have been teaching yoga. I'm also certified through Yoga Vidyadham as a yoga teacher. Okay, simple yoga teacher first and then certified by Ministry of Ayush. So let us first sit straight. We will have Prarthana first. And then we will go ahead. Everybody please mute yourself. Sit straight. Back straight. Hands in Jnana Mudra. Close your eyes gently. We are going to chant one Omkar. Inhale deeply. Join your palms. हाथों को जोड़ना है. योगेन चित्तस्य पदेन वाचाम मलं शरीरस्य च वैद्यकेन योपाकरोत्तं प्रवरं मुनीना पतञ्जलिं प्राञ्जलिरानतोऽस्मि आबाहु पुरुषाकारं शंखचक्रासिधारिणम् सहस्रशीर्षं श्वेतं प्रणमामि पतञ्जलिं. हरिः ओम. Rub your palms. Keep them on your eyes. And let's start. I have with me Mrs. Priyamvada Riswood and Apurva to help me during the course of this workshop. Okay.
Hello, everyone.
Some of you can on your videos if possible. It would be nice. So, the mix of the audience today is more that of 49% are in the age group of 36 to 50. Okay. They are more asking for premenopause or menopausal problems. Okay. More than PCOD. And 35% are in the age group of 18 to 35. Okay. So, please mute yourself. Mute everybody. Yes. Now, one instruction over here is if you have any issues, if you have any questions, you will please write it down and we will all answer the questions at the end. Okay? Because let me finish whatever I want to tell you. Later on, we can have the questions. Okay? And major issue of everybody has been menstrual cramps. After that, it is less flow, menopause, and then heavy flow. Okay, so let's see what is the PCOD. What is PCOD? We will start with the PPT. So we are going to conduct the PCOD, PCOS, menstrual cramps, and menopause workshop. Okay. Normally PCOD, yeah, if you say heavy flow, light flow, whatever, menstrual issues, menopause, it is always neglected by the family as well as the woman, because nobody cares. When you say, "Arey, I have my periods," everybody keeps quiet. They don't do anything. They don't know what is happening with the woman. क्या चल रहा है? क्यों इतना तकलीफ में है? Nobody will ask. Okay, so that is why there is a need to create awareness about this subject. Okay, that is why this subject was taken up by me first from the therapy gamut of all the diseases of lifestyle. So lifestyle diseases are those diseases which are non-communicable. जैसे हम बोलते हैं, we are say COVID is there, but COVID is communicable, है ना? एक से दूसरे को होता है. These are non-communicable. या अगर आपके साइड में किसी को PCOD है तो आपको नहीं होने वाला है ना? So then what is the reason that this happens? This is something internal that is happening to you, right? Okay, so let us see what is happening to us internally. Just a minute, people are coming in. One minute.
Ma'am, you can just change the setting to, allow all the participants so that you won't be disturbed in between.
Is that so?
Yeah. So there is a setting wherein you can set all people, whoever wants to join, they can just enter the room directly.
Okay. Let it be first, at least I will share the screen so that everybody knows what is happening. Okay, so what is the meaning of polycystic ovarian disease? It is an endocrine disorder. Okay, so what does endocrine mean? Endocrine is related to hormones. So hormones means what? Endocrine is related to the glands, and the glands are secreting the hormones. So this disorder is related to your endocrinal system. जैसे हमारा nervous system रहता है, muscular system रहता है, वैसे we have हमारे body में endocrinal system. Endocrinal system means बहुत सारे, lots of glands are there in our body. So these glands, they secrete different kinds of hormones for different purposes. Okay, so this is how our ovary looks. Okay, so this is how our ovary looks. Here in endocrine means related to hormones. So here the follicles in the ovary do not grow properly and they develop into pearl-sized cysts. So देखेंगे हमारा ovary कैसा है, हमारा uterus कैसा है. See, this is from this is the left side of the uterus, which is having the normal ovary. Okay, and this is the right side of the uterus. Okay, this is having the problematic ovary. What is happening to this ovary? There is a cyst created on top of the ovary, inside the ovary. So those follicles which are supposed to become eggs, वो जो eggs बनने वाले रहते हैं, so those, they are forming into a cyst. So that is not correct. That is not good. So I will request Dr. Priyamada to explain something more about this procedure, what is happening in our body.
Okay, hello
Priyamada?
everyone. Yeah, hello everyone. Okay, so I'll
Hi.
just give you an overview of the polycystic ovarian syndrome. See, basically, syndrome means a group of symptoms. Okay, there are many problems associated, and when they all come together, we call it a syndrome. Okay, this is the polycystic ovarian syndrome, where now you can see according to the figure, this is the female reproductive system. It's a cross section of that. From here means they've cut right through it, so you can see the whole reproductive system. So we have ovaries on both sides of our uterus. In the middle, we have the uterus. We have those tubes which connect to the ovary. They actually don't connect, they just lie over the ovary. Okay.
Okay.
Those are called the fallopian tubes. And we have 2 ovaries on each side. So normally what happens is every month, many follicles get prepared by the ovary to become into a mature egg. And out of that, only one egg matures completely to be fertilized. And then when that egg gets fertilized, we have a pregnancy. So that is the normal reproductive procedure of our reproductive system. But in polycystic ovary, what happens is the hormones, they all go haywire because of many reasons. We are going to see the reasons ahead. What causes this polycystic ovarian syndrome? With the hormones, they go haywire and they create a problem. They don't work properly. So their functioning gets impaired. And what happens is many follicles, normally many follicles do start getting mature. But because of the hormones, they target one follicle and one follicle becomes into a mature egg. But in polycystic ovarian syndrome, what happens is all the cysts, they just remain like that. And no single egg can mature into, no single follicle can mature into an egg. So we end up having lots of cyst-like follicles. Okay, and then that again causes a problem because that one mature egg which was going to get fertilized or not, if it doesn't get fertilized, we have a period. But if it doesn't get fertilized, it again releases hormones. But in this case, because it does not mature, it does not release any hormones, and the whole cycle gets upset. Okay, so this is the basic reason behind the polycystic ovarian syndrome. Okay, so I'll hand over to Vaishali. She will continue. I hope you have understood all this. I can answer any questions if they are there at the end. Okay.
Thank you, Dr. Priyamada.
You're welcome.
Then now what has happened? We come to know that there is hormonal imbalance. After that, the follicles in the ovary, they do not grow properly. So what happens is they form pearl-sized cysts. And again, when this happens, there is again hormonal imbalance. So actual problem over here is of hormonal imbalance. PCOD happens due to hormonal imbalance majorly. Maximum reasons for happening of PCOD is because of hormonal imbalance. Now what happens? Hormonal imbalance happens, then insulin resistance start developing. So then when you develop insulin resistance, then you develop type 2 diabetes mellitus or gestational diabetes in case of pregnant women. You might get high BP. These are all instances that you may get. Okay, you may get either this or that, or you will have high cholesterol, or you may end up with cardiovascular diseases. So hormonal imbalance will bring about all these things. So major cause of PCOD is hormonal imbalance, right? Then what is hormonal imbalance caused due to? Due to high stress levels. Okay, today's generation, they are facing lot of stress, and this stress is bringing about lot of hormonal imbalance, right? or sometimes due to some other factors which are not correct in your own body. You know, some dysfunction is there in the body. So because of that also hormonal imbalance can happen. Then another reason for menstrual issues is due to bad posture. Now see how this person is sitting. Every day, the whole day, he will be sitting like this, or she will be sitting like this. Okay. Then what will have a problem? The neck will have a problem. The shoulders will become stiff. The back will start paining, aching. And then what happens at the hip level? The hip level is completely blood flow. Slowly, it starts getting blocked. Oxygen supply to the lower part of the body starts getting blocked. And then the person has leg pain, stomach ache, stomach cramps. This is what happens when you are having a bad posture. The whole day in the IT industry, or maybe you have the call centers, you have bankings, everywhere the women, they are only sitting for the whole day, and this is what happens. So there is stiffness in the entire body. Okay, long sitting hours at the computer or laptop. Because of this, muscles in the lumbar region means lower part of the body, become stiff. Hence what happens? Blood circulation gets affected, blockages start appearing in the body, oxygen supply is hampered. Main thing what happens for the body is that oxygen supply is not properly supplied to the body. That is why you get cramps. So now, how do you know that you are having problems in the periods? First of all, how do you know actually that PCOD might be happening to you? You might not know that you are having PCOD. That is because of irregular periods. अगर आपको irregular periods है, इसका मतलब you have to go to the doctor, get yourself checked up, and take proper precautions. And what we are going to do that I will tell you what is to be done. But if you have irregular periods, no periods, prolonged periods with heavy or scanty bleeding, then or pelvic pain, muscle cramps, menstrual cramps, then you have to go to the doctor and get yourself checked up. Velvety skin, then excessive hair growth on the face, acne on face, back and neck, obesity, that is कितना भी करो आपको, लेकिन you just can't lose weight. Okay, so you start exercising, you do dieting, you do so many things, लेकिन वजन कम ही नहीं होता. So that may be a problem of your PCOD. So you have to go to the doctor and get yourself checked up. Obesity, okay. Male pattern baldness, so बाल झड़ने लग जाते हैं, है ना, because body produces more androgens, male hormones. In case of PCOD, what happens is body starts producing more androgens. Inability to conceive. Okay. And then what happens? All these things are happening to you and it is troubling you, and then you go into depression. So these are the symptoms of PCOD. So my request to all of you is, in case you have any of these issues, you please consult your doctor and get started with your medication as well as your lifestyle. Okay. What happens now if you have PCOD? Higher rate of miscarriages there, because we saw what happens to the ovary. The egg is not completely matured. That is why miscarriage can happen, because the egg is not properly fertilized. High BP, which is pregnancy induced gestational, we saw that gestational diabetes or type 2 diabetes mellitus, premature delivery, child has higher risk of dying. This is because the egg is under matured and there is hormonal imbalance between the ratio of the two hormones required for pregnancy. So pregnancy के लिए एक particular ratio of hormones लगता है. So that is not completed because of the hormonal imbalance. So that is why this is the risk if you are having menstrual issues. So now what we can do, if we are having heavy flow, we are having less flow, or we are having irregular periods, we are having menstrual cramps, and we are having, so in case of obesity, in case you are having this obesity problem, you have to do weight loss. In yoga, there is a procedure called Laghu Shankha Prakshalan. That is, you have to clean up your body completely. So that I will tell you later how to do that. But you have to make certain lifestyle changes. आपके जीवन शैली में आपको बदलाव लाना पड़ेगा. What are the changes you have to do? Excuse me, please. Please mute yourself. Please mute yourself. Mute everybody. Okay. So, lifestyle changes आपको क्या क्या करने पड़ेंगे? First thing, 3 things we have to do. First thing is you have to change your diet. Second, you have to sleep early, get up early. These are the very good disciplines जो हमारे पूर्वजों ने हमें बताए थे, लेकिन हम उसको we don't follow them. And thirdly, we have to do yoga. So if you are doing exercise, it will help. Not that it will not help, but yoga is the only exercise regime that targets the hormones. Yoga postures are primarily designed to reset your hormonal imbalance. So when you're doing yoga, so if you see all the yoga postures, they are not what you normally do. So in the exercise, you might be doing running, jumping, or maybe walking. That in normal course of your day-to-day life also sometimes you are doing. But yoga postures, you are not doing yoga postures in your day-to-day life. I will come to that आगे जाके. Okay, so let us see what you have to do about diet. What are the changes you have to bring through your diet? First thing is that मैदा कम खाना है, whole grains. You have to have jowar, bajra, wheat, all these things in your diet. Okay, then dry fruits and fruits. Fruits are to be eaten normally separately. Maybe at 11 o'clock, जब आपका खाना पूरा हो जाता है, breakfast is complete. After that, maybe 11 o'clock, if you need a snack, you try to eat fruit. Or 4 o'clock, 4:30, चाय के साथ आप fruits लीजिए. Vegetables, you have to have more. Vegetables give you fiber. Also, you have to avoid sugary foods and avoid fried foods. ये हमको मालूम है, फिर भी I am telling you again because this is very important for us. Avoid too many fermented foods. Okay, avoid processed and refined or आजकल canned food का, processed food का जमाना आ गया. Ready to eat हम लोग बाजार से लाते और खाते हैं. It is always advisable to cook fresh food and have fresh food. Eat fresh home cooked food. Okay, and then avoid stale food. फ्रिज में रखा हुआ खाना for many days, बहुत दिन से आप फ्रिज में रखा है, धीरे धीरे निकाल के खा रहे हैं. It is not good for your system, for your body. Body needs fresh food. Okay, now again I am handing over to Priyamvada. Priyamvada, can you please tell us what this Ayurvedic clock says, and you need to add something to this diet?
Yes, basically the diet has to be structured. So this Ayurvedic daily rhythm circle has been given, which tells you what to do. So normally in Ayurveda, we have a concept called Ahar and Vihar. So if your Ahar and Vihar is absolutely balanced and proper, then you will not have any kind of problems in your life. You won't have any kind of diseases. So to avoid any kind of further problems, future problems, or if you want to correct any problems which you have to go back a little bit and start your diet properly. So for that, first thing you have to do is Sharir Shuddhi. Okay, so there are ways in Ayurveda which you can do that. There are ways in yoga which you can do that. So like Vaishali said, there is Shankha Prakshalan to be done. So first purify your body completely, and then you can start a diet program. So I'll give you some basic principles of Ayurveda, which you can easily apply to your daily life also. So the first thing which Ayurveda says about diet is mitahar. Mitahar is eat only as much as your body needs. Okay. So normally what happens is the first thing about menstrual problems, any menstrual problems, okay, is there is something called pradnyaparat, where we eat things which are not good for us. We overeat things, or even we undereat things. Some people go on a crash diet. That is also not advisable. Your body needs a certain amount, and at a certain time. So you have to give that certain amount and certain time of food and certain type of food. So now, like Vaishali said, you have to avoid stale food. Now, the definition of stale food in Ayurveda is any food which is more than 3 hours old. Okay, so as soon as, I mean, you are not supposed to reheat the food. You're not supposed to keep it for long. Uh, Prepare the food, eat it. Okay, which is not practically possible. Please try to bring that change into your life if you can. But again, stale food beyond a whole day is definitely a no-no. Okay, so eat fresh food. Secondly, one more very important thing is our food should be complete. Okay, so now you must have read about all the constituents of food and all, but the basic Ayurvedic thing is Shadras Ahar. We need all the ras. So we have in our food, in Indian diet, we have 6 rasas, that is 6 tastes. Okay, Madhur, Amla, Lavan, Katu, Tikta, and Kashai. Madhur is sweet, as in it's not exactly sweet, it is the carbohydrate part. So which gets converted to glucose. So it is Madhurahar. So that is the carbohydrate part. Okay, Amla Ras, everybody knows that's the SAR part. We normally get our vitamin C from the SAR part of the food. Then we have Lavan. Lavan Ras has to be taken in small quantities. That is the salt. Okay, salty. See, now what happens is basically salt taste can come from various herbs also. Okay, like ajwain. Ajwain is salty. So if you put in ajwain, don't put a too don't put too much of salt into your dishes. Okay, so you can balance it off. Okay, then you have katuras. Katuras actually in Ayurveda is the spicy hot part. Okay, so you can include that. Then tiktaras is the bitter part. Okay, so tiktaras, you have vegetables like karela and all, so you include that. Most people don't like that, so they don't include it. Only people who really love karela, they eat it. But make sure you have these vegetables of tiktaras. And the most neglected ras is kashaya or astringent. Okay, so normally it is found in very few things, like I would say cucumbers have a little bit of kashaya ras in them, so you can include that. So have your ahar as shadras ahar. So include all the rasas in your ahar. Okay. One more very important thing is to eat according to the seasons. We generally, what has happened now, the diet is totally generalized. Okay, so this generalized diet you have to avoid. You have to uh, differentiate your diet according to the seasons. So try, for the very simple thing for that is follow the festivals. Your festivals will guide you what to eat in what season. Okay, and one important another thing is have a try to have a sunrise to sunset pattern of eating. Okay, that helps with your body rhythm. You have seen in the circle is the daily rhythm is there. Okay, so you coordinate your diet according to the daily rhythm. If you do all these, basically it will help you lose weight. It will help you manage your hormones properly. It will help you manage your lifestyle properly. So basically, very simple rules are there. Okay, so we'll just tabulate them again. Eat only as much as your body wants. Your ahar should be shadras, that is complete. Then you eat according to the seasons. Make changes to your ahar according to the seasons. Don't eat stale food. Try to eat as much fresh as you can. Have a sunrise to sunset timetable for your diet. Okay, so these are the basic rules which you can follow, and then you can normalize and get rid of many problems. Okay, so I think that kind of completes everything. So
Yeah.
I will not go into the vitamins and minerals and constituents and carbohydrates and all that, because that is a
Yeah.
part for a dietitian. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm telling
Oh,
you from the perspective of Ayurveda. Okay,
yes.
so if you have
Yes.
any questions, you can ask me at the end. Okay, so
Yeah.
yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Priyamvada. Let's go ahead. The second part that we must do is sleep. So when we sleep, our body releases a hormone called melatonin. Okay. What does melatonin do? So we are now dealing with hormones because we are having hormonal imbalance. We want to understand what is happening inside our body. So what does melatonin do? Melatonin regulates our sleep and wake cycles, the body rhythm, the rhythm of our sleep patterns. This is regulated by melatonin. Along with the circadian rhythm, it also regulates the menstrual cycle. So ये जो melatonin है, it not just regulates your circadian rhythm, it regulates your menstrual cycle also. It plays a major role in your reproductive system. So that is why sleeping on time before 10 or at least before 11 is very beneficial for the body in the perspective of hormonal imbalance. Sleeping for 7 to 8 hours daily also helps your body to heal itself during the night. ये जो melatonin है, ये क्या करता है? What it does is it heals you through the night. Your body is slowly healing itself. Also, why it is advisable to eat your dinner 2 hours before sleep? So see, our digestion cycle is around 6 hours. Okay. So if we sleep, we eat at 11 o'clock and we sleep, then 6 hours later, the body is only going to keep on paying attention to digestion of food. It will not go towards your healing unless it completes this process of digestion. After that, it will start the healing process. That is why it is most important for you to eat early before sleeping, 2 hours before you sleep, so that later on you get recovered, and when you get up, you are feeling more fresh than anything. Okay. So if sleep is disturbed, it means melatonin secretions get disturbed. Okay. So आप रात को 12 बजे, 1 बजे, 2 बजे सोएंगे, so then the entire your melatonin hormonal pattern, circadian rhythm, everything is going to get disturbed. Okay. So sleeping is as important as eating, having a good diet. So we saw two things. Okay. First is diet and good diet, and second is sleep. Now we are going to menstrual cramp. So in the medical terms, it is called as dysmenorrhea. I will come to yoga last. Okay. First, we must understand what is happening in our body. Okay. So also known as painful periods. What happens? Menstrual cramps happen because of contractions in the uterus. So the uterus also is a muscle. जैसे हमारा हाथ का muscle है, पैर का muscle है, वैसे uterus is also a muscle. And in normal course, it contracts and expands. Okay? जैसे हम हाथ को contract करते हैं, expand करते हैं, है ना? We can do that because the muscle contracts and expands. However, if it contracts too much, it can press against the nearby blood vessels and cut off the blood supply to these parts. ये क्या होता है अगर ज्यादा कॉन्ट्रैक्ट हो गया, so you are sitting on the chair for hours together, what is happening, your lower abdomen, uterus, it is getting cramped up. Okay, once it gets cramped up, oxygen supply बंद हो जाता है, it stops. Okay, so it cuts off the blood supply to these parts, hence cramps happen due to lack of oxygen supply to the nearby parts of the uterus. That is why your hips are stiff, your back is stiff, back pain, hip pain, muscle cramps, menstrual cramps, all these things are a part of less oxygen supply to that part of the body. So what does yoga do? Yoga poses open up the pelvic region, the lower abdomen, and help to streamline the supply, blood supply, so that menstrual cramps get reduced. Ekdam scientific. It is very scientific what yoga does. Okay, you might do exercise in the gym, upar niche, lekin this opening of lower abdomen, blood supply to the particular region, this only yoga poses give you. Okay, so what you can do home remedies. Okay, you can have a hip bath. Hip bath means sit in a tub. Okay, and with water in it. Okay, and then you can just insert your hips inside. And then what is Ashwini Mudra? Ashwini Mudra is you have to contract and expand your vagina. Okay, जैसे वो ये करते हैं ना, घोड़े को पीछे से अगर आप देखते तो अंदर बाहर करता रहता है कि नहीं, उसका जो एनस है वो वैसे हमको करना है हमारा pelvic region. Okay, so that is called as Ashwini Mudra. It will release the cramps, it will release that place, hip part of the area of your body. Then you should do yoga at least thrice a week, so that you can have hip opening exercises, hip opening asanas, which will help you. Also, Yoni Mudra in Baddha Konasana. Now, she is doing Swastikasana. This lady is doing Swastikasana. But you have to do Baddha Konasana. And this is what she is doing. This is Yoni Mudra. For menstrual cramps, this is very, very good. Okay, Yoni Mudra. I will be teaching you Yoni Mudra tomorrow. Okay, this Yoni Mudra has to be located in front of your lower abdomen and vagina. Okay, when you sit in Baddha Konasana, you have to put your Yoni Mudra in front of your lower abdomen. Okay, and you can, and then once you do this, sit in Baddha Konasana, chant Yoni Mudra. So do the Yoni Mudra, you have to chant Om Vam. Vam is the mantra for the lower abdomen. This lower abdomen, which we are going to treat, uterus part, it comes under Swadhisthana Chakra. Okay, so Swadhisthana Chakra ka jo mantra hai, that is Vam. Okay, so we will see all the chakras and how they affect us also. But this mantra of Swadhisthana Chakra, you should keep in mind is Vam. Okay, let us cover menopause. Menopause is a natural process in the woman during the age group of 40 to 50. Periods stop coming, slowly they go away. Okay, slowly. Sometimes they will come after 2 months, 3 months. Then later on, after some time, they will start coming after 6 months. And then if they don't come for 12 months consecutively, then you know that you have menopause ho gaya hai. Okay, so this is because what happens is ovaries stop producing productive hormones. Now we don't want childbirth. So ovaries में से जो eggs है और hormones है वहाँ पे का वो बंद हो जाता है. Body stops producing because you don't need it now. Okay, and body produces less estrogen. Estrogen is also a kind of hormone. So there might be symptoms like hot flushes, mood swings, night sweats, insomnia. Insomnia मतलब नींद नहीं आती रात को, breast tenderness हो सकता है, weight gain हो जाता है, hair loss हो जाता है. So all these are symptoms of menopause. Okay, these are because the hormones are up and down, going up and down. So everything is related to hormones only. We are seeing there is more risk of osteoporosis and heart disease. ये टाइम में अगर हम खुद के तरफ ध्यान ना दें, if we don't pay attention to ourselves, then there is a risk of osteoporosis होने का या heart disease होने का, because the hormones are not balanced. Okay, so let's see how yoga can help in PCOD, menstrual cramps, and menopause. So I want to tell all of you, all asanas are primarily targeted towards the glands. जो आप कोई भी आसन देखो, अभी आप यहाँ पे देख रहे हो भुजंगासन का, है ना, वीडियो है, पिक्चर देख रहे हो. So this part of the body, lower part of the body is extended, है ना, hip part. See, so much she is extending her hip part. So there slowly blood supply starts regulating. The spine is contracted and the frontal body is completely stretched out. Also her neck is getting stretched. So यहाँ पे जो gland है, thyroid gland है, ये thyroid gland भी activate होना शुरू हो जाती है. Blood supply slowly starts regulating itself. That is why, see, this posture we do in the normal course of our time, day-to-day activities, we are not doing this posture. But yoga says that you have to do this posture so that your hormones can be regulated. So this is only one example of I'm giving you. Tomorrow I will explain all the asanas with your hormones, which hormones are affected, which part of the body is affected, which gland is affected. Tomorrow I will be telling you by doing the asanas. But this is only one example. ये हम डेली रूटीन में ऐसे पोस्चर तो कभी नहीं करते हैं, बट ये करने से हमारे हार्मोनल इम्बैलेंस को रीसेट होने का मौका मिलता है. We get opportunity to reset our hormones. So asanas are targeted poses on the metabolic system of the body. Okay, so asanas are targeting all the glands. Let us look at pranayam now. Okay, so now we have already seen that asanas, what asanas do. Let us see what pranayam does. Pranayam is the technique of breathing in such a way that maximum oxygen can be inhaled in the lungs. Okay, ye to aapko, you know that pranayam, what happens is we are deep breathing. Okay, so maximum oxygen will go into the body. Hence, due to the supply of maximum oxygen, adequate oxygen, process of blood circulation becomes streamlined. What happens? Blood gets more supply of oxygen, okay, through the lungs. If you get more supply of oxygen, what happens is each and every cell of your body is activated, right? So when oxygen reaches each and every cell of the body, brain gets energized, heart gets energized, entire body. So what happens? Anti-aging effect यहाँ पे आ जाता है. You start looking younger, you start looking better, face पे glow आ जाता है. Why? Because you are giving more oxygen to the body. Not only that, but हम दीर्घ श्वास छोड़ते भी हैं, है ना? We exhale deeply. Okay. So what are we doing actually? जैसे हम घर में झाड़ू मारते हैं ना, वैसे ही ये काम करता है. Just like sweeping the complete, throwing out the waste from our body. Accordingly, while exhaling, we are exhaling carbon dioxide and throwing out toxins from the body. So when we are normal breathing, we are breathing only half. But when we are breathing in pranayam, we are exhaling profusely, continuously. That is why all the toxins from your body, they are getting out of your body properly. Okay, so the waste basket is getting cleaned up. Let us see now the chakras. Okay, actually, now there is a concept in the yoga fraternity, yoga community, that actually these chakras are nothing but glands, because they are very nearby situated to what our glands are. Let us see. The lowest chakra is the Muladhara chakra. Muladhara chakra is equivalent to our fallopian tubes, pelvic floor. हमारा जो base है, जो I mean spinal cord, it ends into a four bone fusion base of our body. जिस पे हम बैठते हैं ना, hips and the middle part of the body, it is a combination of fusion of four bones. So this is made up of actually Muladhara chakra. Here we have the hormones called, glands called fallopian tubes and prostate gland in men. Next उसके ऊपर आता है स्वाधिष्ठान चक्र. Already I spoke to you about स्वाधिष्ठान चक्र. So these are our reproductive glands, ovaries. Gonads means ovaries. Okay, so whatever hormones are there, estrogen, progesterone, all these are coming under Swadhisthana chakra. Then Manipur chakra is our solar plexus and pancreas. So what is this? The kidneys, there are adrenal glands situated above the kidneys. Okay, so these adrenal glands are responsible for our fight or flight response. Okay, so this is Manipur chakra is nothing but adrenal gland. Then we have the Anahat chakra, which is the heart chakra, and our thymus gland is situated in the nearby region. Next is the Vishuddhi chakra. So we saw in our Bhujangasana, cobra pose, this thyroid gland over here is situated in the Vishuddhi chakra. And when you are doing Bhujangasana and stretching your throat and neck, automatically this Vishuddhi chakra and thyroid gland is getting activated. See how yogasanas are giving you benefit. Then Ajna chakra is between the eyebrows. So in between the eyebrows, if you just take perpendicular, draw a imaginary line perpendicular behind in your brain, then you have the pituitary gland over there. Okay, so pituitary gland is responsible for producing growth hormones as well as for regulating the reproductive hormones. So Ajna chakra, when you do Surya Namaskar, so many of your postures, asanas in Surya Namaskar are having activation of Ajna chakra. Then you have the Sahasrar chakra. Sahasrar chakra is that they say pineal gland. Now, pineal gland in the scientific community, pineal gland is not very much researched. Okay, they don't know exactly what its function is, but they say that it is the seat of spirituality because it controls your sleep cycles. I told you this pineal gland is responsible to secrete the melatonin when you are sleeping. So it is regulating your entire body hormones. Okay, so this is how the chakras are related to your glands, endocrine. So this is your entire endocrinal system. These are all the glands that are present in your body. Okay, let's go ahead. Let us see how yoga helps. So we saw that pranayam acts directly on the nervous system because we are breathing. So brain is involved. I told you that brain gets energized. What does brain consist of? Brain is a part of the nervous system, right? So nervous system gets energized instantly. Okay. Secondly, it works on the mind also. See, nervous system and brain means mind is involved. So, so that is why mind. See, okay, one very peculiar thing about us is that we can show where is our brain. Okay, our brain here. then we can show where is our heart. But can we show where is our mind? हाँ, हमारा मन कहाँ है ये हम दिखा सकते हैं क्या? नहीं दिखा सकते. लेकिन मन है या नहीं है? मन तो है. मन को लगा तो ही हम कुछ बातें करते हैं. मन को नहीं लगा तो हम रूठ जाते हैं, है ना? So mind is there. Existence of mind is there in the nervous system. So pranayam, so see all the exercises, they will invigorate your body. आप अगर running को जाएंगे, if you go for running, it will give benefit to your body, no doubt about it. But what about your mind? Who will take care of your mind? So pranayam take care of your mind also. Okay. Hence it helps to alleviate stress, anxiety and depression. Anxiety, depression भागने से नहीं होगा, जाएगा. आपको प्राणायाम करना पड़ेगा. कुछ तो मन के ऊपर आपको उपचार करने पड़ेंगे. You have to treat the mind just as you treat your body. That is why you should do pranayam to alleviate stress, anxiety and depression. So finally, what we have come to the conclusion that pranayam is a stress buster. So these are the two very important keys, asana and pranayam, to your happy health and happy hormones. ये तो हमने अभी देख लिया कैसे कि hormonal balance हम कैसे कर सकते हैं. How we are going to have happy health through doing very good postures, asanas, and through doing pranayam. Now you have to decide how to unlock your body with these two keys. आपको अभी ये चाबी दे दी गई है कि योगासना और प्राणायाम, it is helping to rectify the hormonal imbalance. Only condition is that yoga has to be done consistently. जैसे आप खाते हैं, पीते हैं, जैसे आप सोते हैं, you sleep regularly, you eat regularly, you have a disciplined life, है ना? कि टाइम पे खाना खाते हैं, वैसे ही टाइम पे योगा करना है, प्राणायाम करना है. The same applies for your body and mind. If you want to treat your body and mind, you have to make it a part of your daily routine. You need to give some time of the day for yourself. आपको खुद के लिए कुछ घंटे, 1 घंटा तो आपको 24 घंटों में से खुद के लिए देना पड़ेगा. You have to devote at least 1 hour of those 24 hours to yourself, to make yourself happy, to make yourself healthy, है ना? क्योंकि क्या होता है, we are women, है ना? So entire family, children, husband, father-in-law, parents, mother-in-law, all are depending upon only the lady of the house. घर का काम पूरा संभालना पड़ता है. The whole stress is coming on to the lady, and if she's working, then 2 jobs she has to do, house job also and outside job also. So much of stress. So for that purpose, you have to tell your family that no, this is my time, me time. You have to give that time to yourself. This is the kind of lifestyle change that you have to bring within you. Okay, ये lifestyle change आप अगर खुद में लाएंगे तो it will make your body and mind happy. So you have to do this, but regularly. 1 महीना किया, छोड़ दिया. You are done 1 month. Now I've done yoga. Now I'm going to be okay. As this is not the way of yoga. Yoga is a lifestyle change. Yoga you have to do regularly. Then only, जैसे हम मशीन, जैसे हम हमारा कार है ना, कार को सर्विसिंग करते हैं तो 20 years में एक ही बार सर्विसिंग करते हैं क्या? नहीं. You have to do it regularly. That this is servicing of your body, just like you service any kind of machine. Our body is a machine, so you have to Do the servicing of your machine regularly. So tomorrow we are going to do all these asanas. First we will do 6 Surya Namaskar. Then we will do Parshvakonasana, the first pose. Then we will do Vrikshasana, the second pose here. Then we will do Shalabhasana, third pose. Then we will do Dhanurasana, Bhujangasana, Supta Baddha Konasana. Now this lady is sitting in Baddha Konasana, but we will be doing Supta Baddha Konasana. For that, we will need 3 cushions. Please keep 3 cushions ready tomorrow. Okay. Then we have Marichasana. Viparit Karni. This lady, see how she is sleeping. You know? This is very beneficial for the blood flow to regulate your entire blood flow of the body. Then Sarvangasana, if you can do, that is well and good. This is Sarva Anga. Sarva Anga, why it is named as Sarva Anga? Because it caters to the entire body. Okay, the entire body. Here, see how this fellow, there is a throat lock. You know, this throat is getting pushed down. So here it is working on the thyroid gland. You can see this automatically. Then this is inverted posture. So blood circulation is getting affected, regularized. And so many apan vayu goes out of the body if you do this. Apan vayu matlab aapko agar gases ho rahe bahut sare, automatically ye kiya asan to pure ke pure gases nikal jayenge bahar. So if you have gases, automatically if you do Sarvangasana, everything will go out of the body. It is such a beautiful asana. After Sarvangasana, you have to do Matsyasana. Okay. And then we will be going on to just rest or to Shashankasana. Okay. So tomorrow we will be doing all these asanas. Please keep your yoga mat ready. In case you just want to watch, that's okay. But if you do with along with me, it will be much better. Okay. You will experience what is going on in your body and what are the changes you are feeling in your body. Then what are the pranayams? Pranayam, Kapalbhati, Anulom Vilom. I will be teaching these tomorrow. So in case of obesity, अगर आपको obesity का problem है, weight loss नहीं हो रहा है, तो you should do Surya Anulom Vilom. Also LSP, Laghu Shankha Prakshalan, that also is very good for your obesity problem, weight loss problem. Then Brahmari will give you mental peace. It calms you down. Then Sadanta Pranayam will give you cooling effect in the body. If your body has heated up due to the menstrual problems, it will give you a cooling effect, and on the mind, it will give you a calming effect. And then we will go for Omkar. Okay. Thank you very much. Now we will take questions. Thank you everyone for listening to me patiently. And anyone having questions, will
Yes,
please raise their hand. Yeah, raise your hands and then we can take one by one everybody. Okay, Satya, please go ahead.
Okay, the session was very good, ma'am. I was actually affected by corona when it was at peak period.
Okay.
So my menstrual cycle was regular, like 28 days, approximately a 28-day cycle it was before my corona. So after corona, it was like a life to death way, but came back finally by the prayers
Congrats.
of it. So now what happens is it's become like a 21-day round cycle, which really troubles me a lot. For every 21 days, not even 21 days, it's like 18 to 24 like that within those days itself. But generally, if I get little stressed, the periods are coming up faster. So, and I am 45 years old.
Okay.
So I'm not really.
I told you that stress how stress creates irregularities and hormonal imbalances. So now you have come out of everything. Even the pranayam, it will help you very much to regulate your cycle period slowly, because see, if you see this if you see this asana, I will show you this just 1 minute. I'm sharing again. Just oh, 1 minute. Huh?
Yes, ma'am.
Kya ho gaya? Just a minute. Just 1 minute. I will get back to. ये क्या हो? Sri Vidya. Anyway, it's not happening. Okay. Anyway, we will be doing asanas tomorrow. The hip opening asana, first asana which I showed you, Parshva Konasana. That asana, it is a hip opening asana. And oh yes, 1 minute. Let me see if I can again share it with you. Again. No, I'm not able to do that. Anyway, tomorrow I will show you. Parshva Konasana, entire hip gets opened up. Entire pelvic region, pelvic floor will get opened up. And automatically you will get the relief. Slowly. So that is why once you do it, you will come to know you will come to know the change. Within 1 month, you will come to know that there is some change in your body automatically. After 6 months, you on your own, you will come and say that, yes, I'm finding a lot of change in the body.
Okay. What is the name of the asana, ma'am?
Parshva Konasana. Tomorrow we will be doing that. Parshva Konasana. See, all hip opening, Veerbhadrasana 1, 2, then Parshva Konasana, all these are hip opening. Pelvic floor opens up completely. I will show you one by one tomorrow. Okay. So,
okay, ma'am.
But they are very scientifically designed by all the rishis and munis. I don't, it is so surprising that proper targeting of that particular area happens, in that pose. It is very scientifically designed asanas are there. These are asanas. These are not postures also.
Okay.
Next.
I think somebody wanted to add something. Thank you,
Yeah,
madam.
I just wanted to add, see, basically you mentioned you're 45 years old. So you're in the perimenopausal age. Okay. You're going towards menopause. Okay. So tomorrow we'll include a little bit of Sitali and Sitkari pranayam also. That is very useful for menopausal this thing. And like you said, because of COVID, this is a post-COVID kind of complication where your periods have started coming earlier and earlier, isn't it? So that is because, because of the fever and COVID, it thoda heat ho gaya hai body mein. Okay, so this causes this causes pitta dosh to be vitiated. Okay, so this is causing that 21-day cycle. So if you decrease that using the proper asanas and pranayam, so that will help you. Okay.
And also see Satya. See this first posture, how the entire hip and pelvic base floor has been opened up in this asana. First asana. That is what happens. That is what happens. That is what happens in the yoga. Right?
Okay.
Then see in this Baddha Konasana. See the Baddha Konasana, entire pelvic floor is stretched out, hips are stretched out, blood circulation to the lower part of the body is increased in this asana. So the sign, when nowadays what is happening is, the students, like now how I'm doing MSc, they are doing research in these asanas as to what is actually happening. What is happening in this asana, and they are publishing the research. If you go to PubMed, you will find research papers as to what is happening if we do which asana. So in this case, here in Baddha Konasana, what is happening? There is more blood supply to the lower parts of the body. When there is more blood supply to the lower part of the body, then your oxygen level in that part of the body gets increased, and slowly the regularization of that part of the body starts. Understood? Okay. Anyone else?
Hello, Vaishali ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yes. Thank you.
Vaishali ji, thank you so much for a wonderful session.
Hi,
Thank you.
Vijayalakshmi.
Yes, namaste and thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes.
Thank you.
Anybody? Thank you. Anyone else wants anything to say? Anything?
Hi, Didi.
Hi.
Apurva.
Apurva.
Very
Yes.
nice session.
Thank you.
It's
Thank
हमारे
Hi,
class.
Vaishali aunty. I have a question, but I don't know if someone else is asking already.
Who is it? Who is
Pallavi.
this?
Pallavi.
Pallavi. Pallavi. Acha, Pallavi, can you just wait for 1 minute? I think
Sure.
Seema man wanted to say something.
Yes,
Seema
of
ji,
course.
आपको क्या बोलना है?
मैम आपने जैसे बोला ना वी शुड ईट फ्रूट्स 11 o'clock और 4:30 बट आई ईट एवरी मॉर्निंग, तो गलत है क्या सुबह सुबह फ्रूट्स लेना?
वो डॉक्टर मैडम बोलेंगी. डॉक्टर जी बताइए.
Okay. See, basically, subah fruits on empty stomach is not a problem for some people, but some people might have acidity. If you don't have acidity, then it's fine. And if you've been doing it for many years, it's really fine, not a problem. Okay.
थैंक यू.
हाँ.
Okay.
अगर आपको तकलीफ नहीं हो रही है, कुछ प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, तो आप लेते जाइए. हाँ. Okay. Pallavi, yes.
Hi. So I just
Hi.
have a question.
Yes.
Hey, PCOD, what you explained that pranayama and yoga can help. Does it also have the same effect for endometriosis?
And endometriosis, no, it might not help much in endometriosis. For that, you need medical attention.
Yeah, but along with medical attention, would it help in any way?
Yeah, it definitely will. It definitely will.
Okay, just to balance the hormones a little bit, because the medication is anyway, it has certain hormonal content into it.
Yeah.
So I think, yeah, so that might, I just wanted to check with that because I recently got diagnosed with it. So I wanted to,
it'll decrease the discomfort.
Right. Okay.
So
okay.
Yeah, it'll help definitely.
Okay.
And also to
yeah.
reduce the stress levels, na Pallavi?
Yeah.
Pranayam will definitely help you.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Vilasini, आपका हाथ.
Hello, ma'am.
Okay, Sapna. Yes, Sapna.
Yeah, ma'am. Actually, I have diagnosed with endometrial hyperplasia. Okay, so that I get like a lot of bleeding. My cycle is regular, like every month, but like second day I get a lot of bleeding. So I was on hormonal treatment for around 3 to 4 years. So will yoga help me in this?
That I showed you. I showed you the proof that it is helping in hormonal imbalance correction. Yoga is specifically designed to better your hormonal imbalances, to reset your hormones. Understand this first.
Yeah.
And your stress levels. Priyambada.
For endometrial hyperplasia, basically you will need targeted yoga. Yoga will help you a lot, but you will need very specific programs targeted for yourself. Okay, so you can go into the yoga therapy region and find out which asanas and pranayam. This pranayam is going to help you definitely. You will have to go for specific this thing. You can't just go for all kind of yoga. Okay, so for go for yoga therapy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And can you again please explain that hip bath?
Excuse me?
Sorry?
Hip bath you told, right? Hip bath with Ashwini.
Hip bath.
Yeah.
Ashwini Mudra. Oh, see, if this is your anus, na? This is your anus and vagina part. So what you have to do? Open and close, open and close. This is the action you have to do. Vagina and anus. ये ऐसे करते हैं ना? Contract and expand. Contract, expand. Contract, expand. This is how you have to do the action when you are sitting inside the tub. Warm water has to be taken.
Okay, hot water. Okay.
Garam pani, hot water you have to take. You have to insert yourself, your hips inside your pelvic floor. The lower abdomen should be completely immersed. And then you have to contract and expand your vagina and anus.
This activity should be done before periods, right? Not during periods.
Yeah, no yoga during periods. Everybody, please understand. No yoga during periods. Periods के समय बिल्कुल योगा करना नहीं है. Okay, understand this. This is before periods. After periods, you can continue. Okay.
Okay.
हाँ. और कौन है? महुआ जी, आपको कुछ बोलना है?
बिल्कुल बोलना है. First of all, Vaishali ji, thank you so much. This was very knowledgeable session. Ma'am, if you could quickly introduce, and maybe Dr. Priyamvada could introduce herself. And I was looking forward to that. And similarly, Apurva ji could also introduce herself.
Yes.
I think because tomorrow or today when I meet people, I would say that, there are these learned people who have made us even, a little bit of their knowledge has been given to us. So hence your introduction is very important to me. And then I'll come to the question, ma'am.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, I'm Dr. Priyamvada Risbud. I'm a BMS. I've done from Tiyak Ayurved Mahavidyalaya, Pune. Okay. And I've been practicing in Pune for the last 25 years. I've also done a Yoga Shikshak course. So I know a little bit about yoga also. Okay. So I can guide you according to both. So my practice is basically Ayurvedic.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Welcome.
Hello, everyone. I'm Apurva. I'm basically a student of Vaishali Vanimbe ma'am. So I have been certified from Yoga Certification Board like her, and I'm a level 2 instructor in yoga. So we have been in connection and we have been learning from each other and respecting each other. So I'm glad that she has invited me on this course of the workshop. And tomorrow, maybe we all will do the asanas together. So looking forward for it. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Ma'am, the question I have to all three maybe is not necessary everybody is going through a problem with menopause, but how can we prepare for it? हम अपने आप को तैयार कैसे करें? क्योंकि ये तो होना, जैसे मैं अपनी छोटी 10 ईयर को सिखा रही हूँ कि पीरियड्स अब होने वाले हैं, तो आई एम प्रिपेयरिंग हर, है ना, मेंटली फिजिकली उसको अरेंज करूँ. मैं अपने आप को कैसे तैयार करूँ कि दिस इज अनदर नेक्स्ट फेज, मेंटली, फिजिकली, इमोशनली, या स्पेशली बिकॉज वी आर इन अ फैमिली. आई डोंट वांट कि मुझे मूड स्विंग्स हो और मुझे कुछ हो और मैं अपने बच्चे पे उसको निकालूं या अपने पति पे निकालूं. हाउ डू आई कंट्रोल माई सेल्फ एंड प्रिपेयर इज द क्वेश्चन आई हैव. थैंक यू.
Yeah. So first thing is that we are all women and this is a natural process we go through and we know it. It comes naturally to us. The motherhood comes naturally to us, right? So what all these things are going to happen to you, you already know and you are thinking about it. That's a very good thing. Now, second part is that you want to keep your hormones balanced. You don't want them to become imbalanced. Then what you have to do? You have to do yoga regularly, है ना? इसके साथ योगा के साथ you can do little bit of walking, do some bit of pranayam. You can do some meditation. I also take meditation. So what are these things actually? What they are doing? They are working on our body. not only our body, but they are working on our mind. See, we are not doing yoga only for our body. We are doing it for our mind. So when the pranayam, always you see, when you do pranayam, you get calm. Why you get calm? Because your breath has become regular. Why the breath is so important to become regular? Because it is regulating your entire system, including your mind. So pranayam is very important to regulate your entire system. Then only you will become balanced. Once your breath becomes balanced, श्वास जब आपका बैलेंस हो जाता है तो आपका माइंड बैलेंस होता है. तो इसमें हठयोग प्रदीपिका, there is one very good श्लोक I would like to tell you, and 2 shlokas I want to tell you. First, now I'm going to quote in Hatayog Pradipika, which is written in 14th century by Swami Smatmara. What he says, Chale vate chalam chittam. Vat means vayu. Okay. So agar श्वास चालू है तो चित्त चालू है. चले वाते चलम चित्तम. निश्चले निश्चलम भवेत. अगर आपका श्वास बंद हो गया, आप करके देखिए, 2 सेकंड के लिए श्वास बंद करके देखिए, आप सोच नहीं पाएंगे. मन जो है वो श्वास से कंट्रोल होता है. ये हमारे योगी लोगों ने कितने सालों पहले, 400 सालों पहले सोच के रखा था. That is why you can control your mind through the breath. That is why pranayam is most important. चले वाते चलम चित्तम, निश्चले निश्चलम भवे. योगी सारूपम आपनोति ततो वायुम निरोधये. So that is why you should learn to control your shvas, learn to control your breath. Then automatically you can control your mind, you can control your body. है ना, ये योगी लोग कैसे करते थे? That is because they could control their breath. Most important for everybody is to learn how to control synchronized rhythmic breathing. देखो, हम भागते हैं, डर लगता है तो क्या होता है? पहली बात क्या होता है? हाँ, श्वास बदलता है ना? श्वास, breath changes. If we are fearful, breath starts changing. But if you change your breath, your mind will. That is why anxiety, fear, depression इसके लिए pranayam is advocated, because it can control your mind. Understood?
Okay. बिल्कुल.
हाँ. Okay,
और सत्संग.
Satsang. Yes. Okay, anybody else? Anything you want to say? Varsha?
Yeah, good evening, ma'am. Thanks for your wonderful session. I want to know how safe it is to take a pill to delay your menstrual cycle.
Not advisable. Why you want to take? Why you want to play with your body? It is hormones only. अरे ये natural process
it is
है
just for
भैया.
knowledge, man, because I have never taken, but I know some people, I mean, women around me take. So that is why I just wanted to know.
No, see,
it is not
what
advisable.
happens.
Not advisable.
Not. See, this is a natural process given by the nature. You should not feel anything. Anybody, not just you. It's good that you have asked, क्योंकि festival time में ladies ले लेते हैं ऐसे ही करके. But it is not advisable, because actually अगर ये nature नहीं रहता तो हम लोग ही नहीं रहते. It is such a beautiful thing. It is helping in creation of another human being. And what ये नहीं करना है, वो नहीं करना है. देखिए, we should not play with our body. Understood?
Yes. Yeah, right.
Okay.
Thank you.
Ma'am, I have a question for Priyoganda ma'am.
Yeah.
So this question might be common, but I think people might have missed this. So whenever it is a menstrual cycle, it is, some people say that it is impure blood that goes out of body, or it is, so what is your take or what is your thought on this? Because I am myself unsure what it is. So, and I am sure that many ladies would have this question. So just putting it in front of you.
Okay. Basically, it is not impure blood. Okay. See, when we classify something as impure, we call it mala. Okay. So our body contains 3 malas. Okay. That is Purish, Swed, and Mutra. Other than that, menstrual blood is not classified as mala, menstrual blood or artav or raja. It is called as raja in Sanskrit or artav. It is classified as a upadhatu. So it is a constituent of our body. Okay. It is not impure blood. Okay. Is that all you wanted to know, or you want further elaboration of it a little bit?
No, I think you have answered my question.
Yeah.
But then there is also, whenever we have some period, so every lady would have experienced this. Sometimes we get a different odor when we are having our periods. So is that because of the impurities in the vagina that we have, or?
Yeah. It is basically the constitution of that blood itself. It contains more hormones because that blood was supposed to feed the baby. It was supposed to get converted into the placenta, and it has to be nutritious, basically. So it is mineral rich. Okay. And when it comes out to the vagina as it is exposed to the air.
Right.
Okay. So it contains a few things, few bacteria, some microbes, which are helpful normally. Okay. And there is an acidity in our vagina. So all these things create that odor. Okay. So that odor is not a foul odor. It is foul. If it is a foul odor, then there is something wrong with it. Okay. There is a certain odor, but that is not a foul odor.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Welcome.
Tejaswini, are you there?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, thank you, ma'am.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm fine. It's a very, very nice session, ma'am.
Thank you.
I'd like to join this.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else?
हेलो हेलो दीदी, अपूर्वा हियर। अभी सब बात कर रहे तो मैं चुप बैठी थी। अभी पूछ सकती हूँ? बहुत अच्छा सेशन हुआ दीदी, हमारे क्लासेस याद आ गए हैं मुझे। यस, मैं प्रियमवदा मैम से पूछ रही हूँ, और जो मेंस्ट्रुअल टाइम पे क्लॉटिंग होता है वो क्यों होता है, और उसके लिए हम क्या कर सकते हैं? क्लॉटिंग थोड़ा गांठे गांठे जैसे किसी को होता है। हाँ
ओके। हाँ, कई लोगों को क्लॉटिंग होता है, एक्चुअली नहीं होना चाहिए वो। तो अगर क्लॉटिंग ज्यादा हो रहा है तो यू हैव टू कंसल्ट योर डॉक्टर। ओके। सी बेसिकली अपना क्लॉटिंग का जो प्रोसेस है दैट इज अ नेचुरल थिंग फॉर ब्लड। सो इट बिकम्स थिकर एंड देन स्लोली इट स्टॉप्स अपना जो मेंस्ट्रुअल पीरियड रहता है वो। लेकिन अगर शुरू से इफ फर्स्ट सेकेंड डे आपको बहुत क्लॉट्स हो रहे हैं, इट डिपेंड्स ऑन योर एज ऑल्सो। आपका एज क्या है जान सकती हूँ? हेलो।
यस, 45।
हाँ, तो 45। सो दिस इज द पेरीमेनोपॉजल पीरियड। आपको अगर पहले से ही क्लॉटिंग हो रहा है, सो इट्स काइंड ऑफ नॉर्मल फॉर यू। ओके, देयर इज ह्यूज वैरायटी इन बेसिकली पीरियड्स। लोगों को कैसे पीरियड्स आते हैं, कितने दिन आते हैं, कैसे ब्लीडिंग होता है, कितने दिन ब्लीडिंग होता है, एक ही दिन होता है, 3 दिन होता है, 7 दिन होता है। तो सबका टाइप अलग रहता है। इफ दैट इज नॉट क्रिएटिंग हेल्थ इश्यूज फॉर यू, उसमें से आपको वीकनेस नहीं आ रहा है या कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं आ रहा है, ये डिस्मेनोरिया आई मीन मसल क्रैम्प्स नहीं आ रहे हैं वगैरह, तो इट इज नॉर्मल फॉर यू। आफ्टर 45 पेरीमेनोपॉजल पीरियड में थोड़ा सा क्लॉटिंग ज्यादा होता है किसी को। सो अगर बहुत ज्यादा हो रहा है तो इट इज गोइंग टू कॉज अ प्रॉब्लम फॉर यू, सो यू कंसल्ट योर गायनेकोलॉजिस्ट, आई वुड सजेस्ट। ओके, फॉर दैट। एंड if it is just 1 or 2 clots in the whole day, then don't worry about it, because clotting is a part of blood. Okay, so just make sure you have proper diet and proper exercise. That will
Can you
take care of
suggest some means put a flash on some diet food for menopause? Just I know, but I want to revise it. Just can you?
I don't have a slide or anything ready. What we'll do is I'll get back to you tomorrow on that. Okay. So basically, the diet, what we say for menopause, is you have to have a slightly phytoestrogenic diet. Okay, means
Yes,
foods
yes, yes.
that
That's why
contain,
I
yeah,
asked.
yeah, foods that contain estrogen. Plants, basically, you have a plant-based diet. Avoid
Yes.
non-veg food, and you have soya in this. There are lots of phytoestrogens. I think I'll put up a chart tomorrow if I can, or
Yes, yes.
I'll
Sure,
give it
Didi.
to
No
Vaishali ma'am.
problem.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. No
Yeah.
problem.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. Sure.
Okay.
हाँ जी सीमा जी बोलिए सीमा जी
Thank you.
मैम या मेरी बड़ी बेटी है ना उसको वाइट डिस्चार्ज बहुत है a
Get
lot
it
of white
treated.
discharge.
Then you go to a gynecologist, because what kind of white discharge it is, you'll have to first classify. You'll have to see what kind of कि वो fungal infection से है, weakness के कारण है, leukorrhea है, what kind it is. You'll have to get a consultation.
हाँ 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 डॉक्टर के पास जाना जरूरी है ये सब बातों के लिए यू कैन नॉट जस्ट से कि हाँ ये तो नॉर्मल है होता है पीरियड्स है तो यू नीड टू गो टू द डॉक्टर
Thank you, ma'am.
Welcome.
Hi, ma'am. Thank you for the session. Ma'am, is there any yogas for fibroids? I have very small fibroid because I was maintaining it. I was doing yoga. I have attended your sessions also. I was maintaining it. It was not becoming big. Doctors also said, it's okay only if you maintain this, no problem. If it is big only, then we have to go for any medications or surgeries, some kind of thing. But I need suggestion on food on yoga on this.
Smita, who is talking?
And this is Janani, ma'am.
Janani.
Yes.
Okay. Janani, first thing is that we will, if you do yoga, you should do abdomen, Baddha Konasana and Parshva Konasana and these, Veerbhadrasana. Okay. But, doctor consultation is very, very important. Secondly, Dr. Priyamvada, can you add to what she wants information?
For fibroids, I don't think right now there is no targeted yoga for fibroids. Okay, so there's no research or any.
No, you can tell her about any diet if she feels like.
For fibroids, actually, it is. I would only add is avoid dairy products. Okay, right now, that is all. Okay, for fibroids. Okay. Other than that, yoga asanas, I'm not really that qualified in yoga, but as far as I know, for fibroids, there is no targeted this thing. You have a generalized, for reproductive system.
No, see, Janani, for prevention, you can have a yoga, but once already the something has happened to you, then you need to have medical attention. You cannot rely only on yoga and then say that nahi, this is more of preventative कि ये नहीं होना चाहिए हमें, है ना? That is why you should do yoga to release the stress. You can do yoga, pranayam, but ultimately, if it is a fibroid, then it needs medical attention. Okay.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you. Anything else anyone wants to say?
I want to say thank you very much for very informative and very well conducted session. Excellent, both Vaishali and Priyamada. I am so happy that I attended this, and I will try to attend tomorrow as well, for sure.
Please.
Excellent. Good job.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Okay,
thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you.
Thanks everyone. Thanks for joining.
Thank you.
Wonderful session.
Thank you,
ma'am.
everybody.
Thank you.
Wonderful session, informative one.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
I'm closing the meeting. Thank you so much.